Our next unit of measurement is converting metric measurements. And this is a little bit different. It's calculator active, but I'm sure you're not going to need one because all we're doing is moving the decimal, because metric measurements are really popular in European countries and not so much in the United States, but it's based on a base 10 system. And we know when we multiply by 10, all we have to do, or by the tens units, all we have to do is move decimals to the left or the right. In this case, we have got all of the metric measurement prefixes that we need. It's called kilo, hecto, deca. The unit measurement meaning, is it a milliliter, is it a liter, is it a meter, a liter, or a gram, the actual units themselves. So we're going to do that, and then we've got deca, centi, and milli. And what we've done here is we've used a little, it's like a little, when you can do a little rhyme here to remember which each one is. For kilo, we've got king. So it says, King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. So if you can remember that, we can just put up those prefixes up there and we can just go ahead and move the decimal. If you notice on your piece of paper, it has a big arrow with a wide band in the middle. Anytime we're dividing numbers by 10, if you need to get a bigger number or go into a bigger place value, you're going to move your decimal to the left, just the way it goes. If you're multiplying numbers by 10, you will need to go and make it into a smaller unit of measurement for meters. You're going to move your decimal to the right. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do some of these. I always like to keep the conversion chart down here, and I just put the K, the H, the D, the U, the D, the C, and the M. And I always think about King Henry died unusually. Unusually is your unit measure, drinking chocolate milk. All right, so we're going to take that and we're going to use it to change these. If I look at the liters, 18 liters, I know that's a unit measurement. And I'm going from liters to milliliters. And milliliters are going to be all the way over here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 places over. I know that 18 has a decimal behind the 8. And so I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 places. And in these places that are empty or vacant, I'm going to put a 0. So I know that 18 liters is going to equal to 18,000 milliliters. Remember, I'm multiplying by 10, and so every time I multiply by 10, this is like saying 10 times 10 times 10, I'm really multiplying 18 by 1,000. Now we're going from centimeters to meters. And I know I've got centimeters, and meters is my unit measurement. So I'm going to start at centimeters, and I'm going to move to the left, 1, 2, to get to my unit measurement. So I'm going to take 550, and this is going to be my decimal, and I'm going to move it 2 places to the left. So I know that 550 centimeters will equal to 5.5 meters. And I can drop the 0 because it's not holding a place value of any kind. It's just sitting there all by itself, and it can be dropped. I know that 3 centimeters is equal to millimeters, and I've got centimeters, and I'm just moving 1 time to the right. So I know that 3 is going to have my decimal behind it. I've got to move 1 time to the right, fill it in with 0, and I know that 3 centimeters will equal to 30 meters. Again, I'm looking at milliliters to liters, liters being the unit measurement. So I'm going to go over here to milliliters and move 1, 2, 3 times to the left. And I've got 2,000, 29,000, 10. Behind the last 0 is going to be where the decimal is found. And I'm going from milliliters to liters, so it's 1, 2, 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3 places to the left, and I know that that's going to give me 29 1/100th of a liter. I don't have to have that last 0 in, because remember, it's just holding a vacant place value. Now I'm going to kilograms, which is the largest of our metric units, all the way down to grams, which is our unit measurement. So I'm going 1, 2, 3 places to the right. And I know that this decimal is to the back end of at the end on the right of 6, and I've got to move it 3 places, 1, 2, 3 places and fill those in with zeros, and I know that will give me 6,000 grams. We're going to do 5 more, and then I'm going to put you on your own and let you try some out, and then you can come back and see what we have. All right, now instead of writing all the kilometers, the kilo, the hecto, and the decameter and units and stuff there, I'm just going to use these this here because I know King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. I know that that's going to stand for all the letters of my metric units. I'm going from 17 millimeters, which is this over here, over 1 to the centimeters. I know that 17, my decimal is behind the 7, and I'm going 1 place value to the left because I'm now going to be dividing, and so it's going to be 1.7 centimeters. For 7, I'm going from liters to milliliters. So liters is my unit, and I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. This one's a little different because it starts over in the milliliters. So if I'm going from milliliters, let's go back over this again. If I'm going from milliliters, which is 12, and I know that's 12 with a decimal behind the 2, and I'm moving to liters, which is my unit measurement, I'm actually going 3 different spots. So it's going to be 1, 2, have to add a 0 and bring that over here. So it's going to be 0.012 liters is equal to 12 milliliters. Okay, sorry about confusing you there if I did. 4 kilometers to millimeters. Now we're going all the way from the largest point out of our metric system to the smallest point. And I know that's going to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go at 4. And I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill it in with zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's my decimal point. So I'm going to put 4 down with 6 zeros. Okay? And I know when I put my commas in, this is going to be 4 kilometers is going to equal to 4 million millimeters. Okay? Now my next one is going to be going from hectograms, which we don't hear a whole lot about, all the way to grams. So I'm going to go from hectograms to 1, 2, my unit measurement to the right. So 14, I know the decimals behind it is going to go over 1, 2 places to the right. So that has got to be filled in with zeros, and this is going to be 1,400 grams. Here I've got 201 gram, and I'm going to go to decagrams, which is right here. And it's going to be from grams, which is my unit measurement, 1 to the left. It's going to be 201. I'm going to put my decimal behind it, move 1 to the left. So it's going to give me 20 and 1/10 of a decagram. These are the ones that I would like for you to try. And please turn off or just pause the video and come back. You can write up here, remember, King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Always put that up there. If you do that, it's easier to go back and back and forth. So go ahead and do these, pause your video, and come back and see if you got them right. All right, if I'm going to liters to milliliters, it's 1, 2, 3 to the right. It's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't need to add to keep that 0, so it's going to be 40 milliliters. This is going to be 771 centimeters to meters, which is my unit measure. Going 2 places to the left. That's going to be 7.71. Here I've got 34 centimeters, and I'm going to 1 to the right from centimeters to millimeters. I've got to add a 0 and put the decimal there. That's 340 millimeters. I'm going from milliliters to liters, so that's 1, 2, 3 to the left. So I'm going to go 1, and I've got to add 2 zeros. Here I've got 113.6 grams. That is my unit measurement. 2 kilograms, I'm going 1, 2, 3 to the left. So I'm going to move this 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 0.1136 kilograms. I've got 3.7 millimeters, and I'm going to the centimeters, 1 to the left. That's gonna be 0.37. You can add a 0 here for the one spot, 37 centimeters. I'm going from liters, I'm going from milliliters up to liters. So I'm going from milliliters to 1, 2, 3, the unit measurement. So that's going to be to the right of this last 0, and I'm going 3 up, so it's going to be 5.5. Don't forget these zeros, I can drop them once they're on the end after the decimal. Here I've got 1.46 kilometers, and I'm going to I've got kilograms to milligrams. I'm going all the way back down, which we've already known is 6 units of measurement, from kilograms to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 milligrams. I can move it 2 places, and I have to add 4 zeros. So that's going to be 1, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I put my decimals in, that's going to be 1.46 kilograms will be 1,460,000 milligrams. Hectograms, you don't hear a lot, like we said. You're moving it 2 places to the right, which grams are going to be my unit measurement, and that's going to be 23 grams. And when I'm looking at 19 grams and I'm going to decagrams, I'm going to go to 19 grams, 1 over to the left. So this will be 1.9 decagrams. Hope you got them right. We're going to be working on some of this tomorrow. It's going to be very easy because once you have this in place and you know which way to move, if I'm moving to the right, my decimal goes to the right. If I'm moving to the left, my decimal goes to the left. And we're going to be working on that tomorrow.